Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. There was a Star Citizen dev panel at Con42, a German Star Citizen community convention on the 22nd of September. There was some very good information about game features and design. This video is a summary of that info. Life support. So the room and atmosphere systems that they've got in the game will have and keep data on every room and the composition of its air. Ships will also have oxygen issues if they're carrying too many people beyond their life support limits. So ships will have life support systems. These will be tied into the specific hull of the ship, meaning that a Cutlass can't carry 50 people without running out of oxygen quickly, unless each of the passengers were also using their own oxygen supply from a suit, which is doable, but would probably be very expensive. The in-game vending machines should be functional eventually. They currently have animations working for them and in already. Organization features. So they are building out organization functions and features that the sort of like organization elements and pre-planning and how your orgs will function. At the moment, they're getting all that stuff sorted. They will provide tools to allow them to manage funds, things like collecting funds into a central account or paying dividends to members, maybe things, taxes, that sort of stuff. They are also looking into having multiple leaders potentially. More democratic setups for orgs will be available, that sort of stuff. Caves and building. So they can add caves and rivers and things like that to planets and moons by hand at the moment, but they're not naturally procedurally generated currently. The procedural generation system does not account for these features. They are working on underground structures at the moment, and once caves are added, they could potentially have structures as part of cave systems, and players potentially could be building structures or placing things inside of caves. They are also currently looking at players building structures in space as well. This is pretty awesome. This is sort of stuff that I wanted for a while, and hopefully it'll be implemented right. Engine choices. So the Lumberyard Engine allows for the scale and graphics quality for what they want from Star Citizen and Squadron 42. They had to evolve a lot of the tools to make them more appropriate to their needs though. They still need to improve some of these tools further. Any engine they would have used would have been a foundation to build on, and Lumberyard just seems to be the best foundation available, and the Amazon team is trying to invest and evolve the engine further and its back end basically as far as possible, which is perfect for Star Citizen's needs. Anything that is useful that gets evolved with the Lumberyard as they update it will be cherry-picked and subsumed into the game. The Amazon Web Services and network infrastructure Star Citizen can then leverage from using Amazon and Lumberyard is fantastic for them as well. Fuel will be a commodity and it will be tradable. We will be able to mine fuel from gas and gas planets. This is currently in design and prototyping stages. The crossbow will be added to the game at some point as well, but that's not going to be soon. Water. So they're currently prototyping water interaction with like large bodies of water, small bodies of water, all that sort of stuff. Many other tasks currently have higher priority at the moment though, so it's sort of on the backlog. First iterations of water will have very limited interaction. In the future though, they do want some ships to be more able to float, players to swim, and underwater content as well, with diving, exploring, caves, and more. So they've basically said, yes, we want to do that underwater content, and that will be a part of the game. We will see some more on Face-over IP and Faceware's camera very soon. The idea of Faceware's camera is that it is very specifically built for Face-over IP in Star Citizen and will give you the best possible experience, although you will be able to use other webcams for that Face-over IP feature. Animals will be in game, and we already knew that for a while. They talked about cargo containers for animals and prisoners as well, allowing them to be kept alive in space or as cargo or in a non-standard environment for them. So we could see big game hunter careers, we might see smuggling as careers, but life forms as cargo is now definitely the current intention. Hangars. In-game, we will be able to display ships and items in our own hangars, but they will have a physical size and amount they can show. So hangars may have more storage than actual space that they can actually display items in, so you won't be able to show everything potentially. There haven't really been nailed down systems exactly in place for things like orc hangars. Ray tracing, so They're working on future-proofing Star Citizen and Squadron 42 by various means technology-wise. If ray tracing or any other future technologies would add huge benefits or are sensible to integrate, they will. However, they've yet to see any real gains or reasons for them to use something like ray tracing. It's if they look at it and it's sensible in the future and they can integrate it simply and easily, then they probably will. If it gives very fractional or minor increases or isn't appropriate, then they won't. Planetary Tech. So this has seen a lot of update and improvement in the last few months, apparently, with better details, better and more textures, more ecosystems and transitions, blending between areas like water, biomes, weather. All of this has significantly improved. I'm very much looking forward to seeing it in 3.3.5. There was a bit more information on the Star Citizen HOTAS and joystick stuff. They are interested in finding a partner. They still want a Star Citizen branded HOTAS and peripherals, but it has to be of a high standard. They've had opportunities and offers to partner up with other companies, but nothing has been appropriate for them yet. It's something they're considering and they want to do, but they need to find an appropriate partner, basically. Weaponry factors. So the whole weapon system has had a major update as part of the weaponry factor. This will affect all weapons and general balance and allows them to do proper beam weapons in the future. So there will be beam weapons in the game now. These will be just like standard weapons when you are thinking about putting them on your ships. The first implementation of beam technology is really the mining beam on the Prospector. The collection beam on the Prospector may have some tractor functionality in the future as well. They are sort of a bit worried that tractor beams, especially on these mining ships, could cause issues. They are working on proper tractor beams in the game as well that may be very useful for utility and that sort of stuff. 3.3 will have two builds, one with object container streaming and one without, at least during its Evocati phase, and maybe in its wider PTU phases as well. This only adds a small amount of additional overhead, and the benefits outweigh any burden about running two builds sort of like parallel to each other. Parachutes, jetpacks and stuff. So there are going to be ways in some form of surviving ejecting while in the atmosphere, but also ways to allow players to get from their spaceship or orbit or whatever to ground with some form of items or attachments. They just haven't confirmed exactly what form that will take yet. Con42 looks like it was a really successful event. I will put the links to that dev panel down below, and you can find the rest of the day's events there as well. It is in German, most of the events throughout the day. However, the panel was in German and English, which was absolutely fantastic. So if you want to see more on that, please take a look. Today's video is brought to you by F-Secure Total, premium cybersecurity for you and your devices. It includes safe and award-winning internet security suite, protecting you from ransomware, viruses, and while browsing the web. Freedom VPN, giving you net privacy, a way to access otherwise inaccessible content, while being secure and anonymous even on public Wi-Fi. Key, a password manager, allowing you to store your passwords securely and access them from any device. Total protects you and your device. You can try F-Secure Total, Internet Security and Privacy Suite free for 30 days. You can also use the code BoredGamer to get 20% off a subscription. Check out the links below for more information. Every month we have a ship giveaway. This time for September, it's a Saber Raven, a game package, and a CitizenCon digital goodies pack. All you need to do to be in for a chance of winning is be subscribed to my YouTube channel and comment on any of my videos during the month. Thanks for watching, guys. I look forward to your comments. Take care, and I'll see you in the verse.